Hey guys, it's Brick Thunder, and today I'm going to be unboxing, setting up, and doing a demo of Spirit Halloween's Harbinger of Hell. Okay, so before we get started, a big thank you to the Haunt Life and Sky the Killer 420. I'll have both of their channels linked in the description. They were the reason I got this guy, and he has always been one of my favorites. Since 2015, when he first came out, this was the reason why I wanted animatronics. He was the prop that sparked that, so I'm so excited to finally own him because I couldn't get him back then, and now I have him. This is super exciting, so yeah, big thank you to both of them. Their channels will be linked in the description. But yeah, let's start the unboxing. Here we go. Alright, let's open him up. Let's see this thing. Okay, so the first piece here, let's show the head. The head is amazing on this guy. This is such a cool head here. It looks awesome. The detail is great. The paint job is awesome. I love how he has the yellowish orange tint to him, because in the light you can really see that, and it looks pretty fire-ish, which is really cool for a demon devil type prop. But yeah, awesome head. The mouth moves, the eyes light up, the mouth lights up, which is really cool. So it looks like there's fire kind of in his skull. We have the clothing, which also has that same yellowish tint, which is amazing. I don't know if you can tell on camera. I think it's a lot more realistic and noticeable in person, but hopefully you can see that. That is not just a reflection. That is actually painted on, which looks really cool. Next we have the staff, actually. The staff is in two separate pieces here, and this looks amazing. It's got nice detail again, and this also lights up. A lot of lights on this guy. There it is. The whole thing kind of lights up down here as well, not just the skull piece. And the way it lights up is really cool and unique. It actually shines through the plastic, which I haven't seen in many props. We have the rope that goes around his waist. We have the two wrist/hands right here. I do like that they give it that wrist area just so the cloth can come back a bit so it looks more realistic. One hand is normal and it goes over the staff, and the other hand points at people. And that's the arm that's more up. We have his hip loop right here. That's where you kind of want to put the rope around. We have what looks to be, the two arms. One is outstretched and one is bent. We have the main body piece, which is cool. They have the plastic for the forming of the shoulders and chest area. No control box on that because the control box is actually in a pretty strange area for this prop. Here it is, right here on his leg. So pretty unique with that. I do like that because it's down low and easier to get to than climbing all the way up through his robe. So I do like that. That's actually a cool touch. Here is the outstretched piece for his front leg because one of his legs goes forward. Here is another leg piece, I believe. Two more leg pieces with foam to cover the knees. And two more leg pieces. He has a lot of them because of that bent leg. Here's his adapter. 6 volts, 1 amp actually. And then we have the base. Here it is. Alright, so that's all of our parts. Let's get to the setup. Here we go. Okay, so let's start our setup here. So it is a bit weird of a setup and I don't have instructions, so hopefully there's not too many mistakes here. But they are labeled still, which is really nice. So these are both B, so they do go on first. But then it looks like we can actually start attaching our different pieces. So we have C over here, and C is going to attach over on this side, I believe, like this, because this other leg is what is outstretched. So we have our piece labeled G here, and let's scoot this back so you can see this. G is going to attach here like this, and wait, actually that's other way. Like this, and that snaps down here and gives it a position for this knee to bend down to. So we have D up here, and D is what the leg comes to meet up on top. And then we have this piece, I believe, is next. Yep, and this goes over here. So that's kind of where the foot would be down here. He doesn't have feet, but that does get covered up by the robe, so it's not needed. And then we have H, and H is also going to do the same little snap lock thing here. And it's going to actually go up like that and attach up to our last piece. So it all kind of comes together, which is really cool. Now this isn't actually very easy to get here, so this might have to go in first up here. But yeah, I do like how they did the leg. It's really unique. I haven't seen anything do something like this. Usually the leg is connected in a different way, so this is actually a pretty awesome design. So there it is. That's his whole base area. We're going to move the camera up before we keep going up, but yeah, there it is. Let's continue. I'll be right back. Okay, so let's scoot this forward now, and we're attaching the actual body piece on now. So there's no controls, as I said, on this. The controls all come down from below where the leg is, but this is a pretty awesome piece, especially with the plastic. It forms it really nicely. Looks realistic. Now we can slide this down till we meet the other pole. There we go. Both snapped. And that is pretty sturdy. That is a pretty awesome design. So now we want to get our clothing on. So let's take this. We have to orient it right, which I think it already is. Yeah. Here's the two arms and the hood. So we're going to make sure that yellow is facing forward. We do want to see that. The yellow is awesome. And we're just going to slide this over. We want to be careful not to rip anything, but don't think it will. Now we can position our arms so they match up with the holes. Also the hood to match up with the head. And there we go. Pretty good. We will all adjust this later once everything's on, because obviously this isn't exactly how it's going to look. But we just want a general idea now so we can put our arms on. So let's get these arms on. We have, it doesn't look like there's a label, but you can tell by the prongs what way they're facing. This one goes on this side. And he has Velcro on his arms too to cover up those wrist sections. So we'll unvelcro that now, and then we'll re-velcro it once we put those on. No movement in the arms, but they do each do something. One is that point, and then this one is the staff. So let's see. We got this wrist, which goes right here, and because the staff lights up, it actually has a wire that runs up the wrist from the staff. And the staff, what we do here is very similar to like Baphomet, ones like that, where we just take the two pieces and screw them together like that. It just kind of twists in. And also another twist here is kind of like the 12-foot skeleton. You push this in and then twist it forward to lock. And then that just rests on the ground like that. So now we have the wire, and we can bring his clothing down. His clothing is not perfect just yet, so it might be a bit hard to reach down here. Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult for now. We're going to have to adjust this all later, but we'll Velcro this for now right there, and then, yeah, we'll fix all that later. But that looks good so far. Now, one thing I noticed is we actually forgot the hip loop, so I'm going to put that on really quick, and then I'll be right back, because we do want this for that rope. So yeah, I'll be right back, and then we'll continue with his other arm. Here we go. Okay, so now I have the hip loop on, so we can do the rope after this, but I am going to continue with the other hand, because we want to get this on and put our other wrist on before we complete those little details. So this one is definitely higher up, because it is pointing out at your crowd. So we'll put this over here and leave it like that for the Velcro. So this one has two Velcros, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it has one on top. Oh, it actually does, right here. But then the other ones, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure where the top one is here, but the other two go like this. But there we go, like that. Those two come in to hide the rest of that. So that's awesome. I love how much this drapes down like this. And yeah, that one done right there, just pointing. Let's get this rope on before the head. This is just a minor detail, not needed, but it looks awesome. So I'm going to be using it here. We want to put it at about the height of the hip loop, and we want to get about even for each side. Probably right there. Now we can take the height of the hip loop and match it up there. Okay, there we go. So now he has that. I kind of want to bring it in for his waist so it looks more realistic and human-like. And then we have our final piece here, which is the awesome head of this guy. So we can put this up here like that, and there we go. So now head is on. Let's connect the wires up here just as we can before we put that hood on, like that. And now we can bring his hood up, and we're going to adjust this over from the front. There we go. He does have a Velcro up here. This one is a bit ripped, so I'll probably just hot glue that back. But we'll just do that, and there we go. All right, there he is, Harbinger of Hell. He looks amazing. He is a fairly good height, actually, probably about 6 feet. And overall, his size, especially the side view, I'll be showing that in a second, looks amazing. He is super, super cool. So yeah, let's go to the demo. Here we go. All right, quickly, let's get this up-close look of this guy before we turn him on. Awesome head detail, looks really cool with those yellow glow effects. So does the clothing here, and even the hands have them too. So really, really some nice details on the paint job of this guy. There's his awesome staff. Nice detail on that too, has that wood-like texture. And yeah, his clothing's awesome. As I said, I was going to show the side view, so here it is. Love his side view as well. Looks amazing. But yeah, he is super, super cool. Love this guy. Let's go to his demo. Alright, so there he was, Harbinger of Hell. He's amazing. This guy will forever stay one of my favorite animatronics. Ever since that first time I saw him, he was amazing. I love this guy the first time I saw him, and still do for sure. He is such an amazing prop, definitely sparked my interest of Spirit stuff. But yeah, definitely recommend this guy if you can find him for a good price. He is pretty rare to find nowadays, being about 7 years old now. But he is such a cool prop and will forever remain that for me. Yeah, this guy is so, so cool. Definitely a nostalgic one. And yeah, if you guys can find one, definitely would recommend him because he is awesome. But yeah, there he is, Harbinger of Hell. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.